Hi guys, welcome back to Marks Past Paper by Hira. Today we are going to discuss English paper 2. On our left hand side is the inserts, and on our right hand side is the questions. The code for this paper is 0861/02. This is fiction. Total duration is 1 hour 10 minutes. So we have two sections as usual. We'll scroll all over here. Total mark is 50. And section A, reading as usual, 30 minutes in this section. If you like to take a screenshot and save it for your laptop for practice, you may do so, as we're going to scroll to the end. So this is question 1A-B, this is question 2A. Let's move on to still question 2A-B here. Now this is question 3, 4, 5. Okay, 3, 4, 5. Let's move on to question 6 ABC. 6 ABC. I will scroll on the left hand side, so you may take a screenshot as well. For this is the insert. This is line 1 till line 29 here. Okay, 29. Line 1 till line 29. On our right hand side is 6ABC, and then this is number 7, 8, and this is number 9, 10, guys. Okay, and then that's all. 1 to 10 for reading and 3 minutes for section B, writing. This is the instruction for writing. Okay, space for your plan, and as usual 2 full pages for writing your response here. Okay, have you take a screenshot? You may pause in between two. Take a screenshot and print it out if you want to practice along with this video, or use it for self-practice. Okay, so here you may stop this video, pause this video, and take a screenshot. And number 6, and here we go, number 5, 4, and 5, 4, 3. Okay, so and this is number 1 and 2. On our left hand side is the insert line 1 till 29, and let's move on to line 30 till the end, till 41. Line 30 till 41, and let's move on to page 3, next line, 42 till the end. This is the glossary. It's always good to look at the glossary so you'll understand the meaning of the words. That is the hint. Okay, so that's the end of this one. Have you take the screenshot? Page 3. Full page here. That's a bit small, and I shall zoom it in. So this is here, and then page 30, and then 30 till the 42. Okay, let's get started. First, let's read the insert about David Baptiste. Next. Next. Let's move on. Next. 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 So these are the glossaries. Alright. Question number 1. Read the text in the insert and then answer question 1 till 10. The writer uses a literary technique to describe David Baptiste's appearance. Question 1a. What literary technique does the writer use? Tick one box. Okay, so what literary technique does the writer use? Tick one box, one strict box. Hyperbole, sibilance, metaphor, or simile. Again, the writer used literary techniques to describe David Baptiste's appearance. Choose one of these. So let's take few seconds to read this one. Okay, let's check out the answer, guys. Well, the only answer is metaphor. You can see from here this sentence. Okay, this sentence. David Baptiste's dreads are grey and his body wizened to twigs of hard black coral. So this is an example of a metaphor. Let's take a look of what is hyperbole, sibilance, metaphor, and simile. So hyperbole exaggerates statement or claims. Example: the walk was 1,000,000 miles long. I ate 5,000 pancakes for breakfast. The bag of gifts weighed a ton. While sibilance is a sound characterized by pronouncing words with the letter S. So it should sound like a hissing sound. Example: she sells seashells by the seashore. The soft silent snow fell. Suddenly the snake slithered. Okay, I hope it's clear. Now metaphor is our answer. So it's a comparison between two different things without using the word as or like. Metaphors do not use connecting word. Example: the snow is a white blanket. The calm lake was a mirror about what was to come. Simile, on the other hand, is a comparison, but it used the connecting word like and as. Example: she swims like a fish. He's as hairy as a gorilla. Okay, question 1b. How does the language help the reader's understanding of Baptiste's appearance? Okay, so in here is already shaded with yellow. 10 seconds. Let's check out the answer, guys. So it shows how old he is. Anything similar to this idea should be okay. David Baptiste's dreads are grey. Dreads is written in here. It is a type of hairstyle in the hair, and then his body wizened to twigs of hard black coral. All this can show that he is really skinny or wrinkled. Alright, let's move on. Now we are in question 2. Look at lines 11 till 16. David Baptiste often went out as early as possible, lines 11 till 12. Find 2 more quotations from the text that tell the reader that it is still early morning when Baptiste go fishing. Okay? We see the answer from here. 10 seconds. Alright, let's check out the answer, guys. So you can see in here the sun appeared on the horizon here in the yellow highlight. Or second is pushing itself up, rising slow. Here, that will be the quotation that tells the reader that it is still early morning when Baptiste go fishing. Or you may also add first thing in the morning. It is possible, first thing in the morning. Alright, let's move on. Okay, question B. 2b. Find a word that shows that the sun is all powerful. Okay, let's check out the answer, guys. So it's omnipotent. Okay, in here, omnipotent. Next, let's move on. Question 3. Look at lines 11 till 22. The writer uses sentence length to show a change of pace of the narrative. Give 2 ways the writer does this and explain how each way reflects what is happening in the text. First way and first explanation. Second way, second explanation. So here we go. Lines 11 till 22. Lines 11 till 22. Here, from here to here. 10 seconds from now. Alright, if you need some more time, please pause this video. Let's check out the answer, guys. So first way, the writer uses long sentences. You can see in here long sentences. He would drop anchor near those rocks, lash the rudder, and strum to himself while the white neon this, and then it is so on. So it's a long sentence. So the writer used long sentences to create a slow atmosphere here and in here. And then second way, the writer used short sentences. We can see in here, she ducked back under the sea. Quick, he put down his guitar and peered. It wasn't full daylight yet. He rubbed his eyes. So that is some short sentences to create a sense of urgency. Alright, let's move on. Let's discuss more about long sentences and short sentences. How the writer uses sentence length to show a change of pace of the narrative. We see here a long and short sentences. In fiction writing, short sentences can express emotion and pace. Short sentences can suggest action that is happening very quickly. Readers can race through the action as it happens. It's a great way to add impact to a story as they add pause to the text, emphasizing the information in a sentence. They can also create drama, especially with the addition of punctuation. Example in line 21 till 22 here. She ducked back under the sea. Quick, he put down his guitar and peered hard. It wasn't full daylight yet. He rubbed his eyes as if to make them see better. While long sentences can be used in fiction to provide more information, further detail and explanation. Like example lines 11 till 16 here. Black conch, water's nice first thing in the morning. So it's a long sentence all the way up to the omnipotent into the silver blue sky, all the way here. Alright, we hope it's clear. Next. Now we are in question 4. The writer tells the reader that Baptiste sees a merwoman. Find one other detail about her appearance that tells the reader she is a creature that lives in water. 10 seconds. So we see the answer from this paragraph. Since the last question we got the answer from this section, now we go to the next paragraph that is marked in the red. Alright, so one other details that she is a creature that lives in water. So we can see that this can be a clue. So all sea mossy, that will be the answer, or you can choose jug up with anemone and conch shell. Alright, so I choose all sea mossy. Alright, let's move on to next question. Baptiste sits for a long time in anticipation. How does the writer structures the text to show the passing of time? Give 2 ways. 10 seconds. So we get the answer from the next paragraph will be here. Since our last question we got the answer from here, so we move on to this paragraph as that is always in order from the top to down. Right. So this particular paragraph we are looking at. You got your answer? Let's check out. If you haven't, you may pause this video for a while. So the writer uses a 2-word sentence. He waited. And second, the writer uses a 2-sentence paragraph. 2-sentence paragraph, but nothing happened. Not that day. Alright, that will be the answer. Anything similar to this should be okay. Let's move on. Alright, number 6, look at lines 35 till 40. A. The writer compares the poetries to bombs of sulfur. What effect does this have? Give 2 ideas from lines 35 till 40. 35 till 40 section. Okay, 10 seconds. Okay, let's check out the answer, guys. So this is just an example of correct answer. Idea of bright yellow color showing up everywhere. Here's even here. The poetry is exploding in the sea, in the hills, yellow and pink, like bombs of sulfur. Second idea, that something is happening rapidly. So poetry exploding. Okay, let's move on. So the idea is yellow appearing everywhere. Alright, let's move on. Alright, 6b. Which adverbial phrase marks the beginning of Baptiste's fascination with the mermaid? 10 seconds. So we got the answer from still here. Adverbial phrase. Let's check out the answer, guys. From that moment. From that moment is the adverbial phrase. That is the only answer. Next. 6c. Which 2 literary techniques does the writer use to emphasize the wide range of emotions Baptiste is feeling? Tick 2 boxes. Pun, assonance, paradox, oxymoron, personification. So we get the answer from still 35 till 40. Pun, assonance, paradox, oxymoron, or personification. 10 seconds from now. Alright. It says 2 and the 2 is in bold, so we have to give exactly 2 answers. Let's check it out. So it's oxymoron and personification. So in here, oxymoron is a bittersweet melancholy. That is the oxymoron, while personification is a sharp stabbing sensation, which is act like a person right there in the flat between his ribs in his solar plexus. A soft caress to his spirit. So a soft caress to his spirit. So we can get a conclusion that it's a personification. So pun, in here we can say that a figure of speech that includes a play of words that have more than one meaning, or those that sound alike. Pun is defined as humorous use of word or phrase that have several meanings or sound like another word. Example: a bicycle can't stand on its own because it is too tired. That's pun. Alright, humorous use of a word. So I hope it's clear. Now assonance, we see what is assonance. Assonance is a repetition of vowel sounds in line of poetry. Example: I saw a boar using an oar near the shore. So using an oar and oar. So in here I said, hi, I'll try to fly high to the sky. Uses of I, Y, right? So assonance is the rhyme in a vowel rhyme. We call that vowel rhyme. Alright, so no, example, you may not put your toe in the snow. So rhyme of vowel O, O-E and O-W. Right, what is paradox? Paradox is a self-contradictory statement. Well, so it's a statement or situation that appears self-contradictory or illogical, but often reveals a deeper or unexpected truth. Let's see the example. The more you try to control something, the more out of control it becomes. I must be a liar to tell the truth. So that is paradox. This is the start of something new and the end of something old. So the only thing we know is that we know nothing. That is paradox. So be careful not to choose paradox, because the correct answer is oxymoron. What is the difference between oxymoron and paradox? Oxymoron is a phrase combines normally contradictory terms like soft rock, same difference. So oxymoron is a phrase, while you see the difference? Two words, awfully good, alone together, bittersweet. Right, now paradox, a whole statement. Example, the only rule is there are no rules. So both are the same, contradictory, and it seems opposite, but oxymoron is two words, but paradox, a whole statement. So that's the reason we choose oxymoron. Alright, and bittersweet here. You see the bittersweet here? Bittersweet, that is the oxymoron. Alright, and personification. Personification is the act of giving non-human things human characters, like the wind, whispered mystery through the branches. Is a literary techniques where human qualities, action, or emotions are attributed to objects, animals, or abstract ideas, making them seem more vivid. Right? That is the personification. So in here we choose personification, as in here, this sentence. Okay, let's move on. Question 7. Why do you think Baptiste chooses not to tell his aunt and what he has seen? Explain your answer and support your answer with evidence from the text. Explanation, evidence. So we see in the paragraph after question 6, that is from here up to here. Let's check out 10 seconds. Okay, let's check out the answer, guys. Well, explanation and evidence, big mouth and. Here we go. This is the big mouth and. Big mouth and. Here, explanation, he fears that she is unable to keep secrets. You can see from here about big mouth and. Okay, let's move on. The mermaid eventually comes back to Baptiste. Explain what is different about the way they react to each other in the second encounter. Give 2 ideas. Okay, we see the answer from the a paragraph after that, that is in green section. 10 seconds. Okay, let's check out the answer, guys. Okay, this is the answer. He picks up his guitar slowly so that the mermaid doesn't disappear again. Neither of them is afraid of the other. You can see from here. You watch still and watch her good. So in here we can see that neither of them is afraid of the other. Alright. Cool. Like a regular woman on the rack. So both of them are not afraid anymore. And in here we can say anything. He pick up his guitar and slow so as not to make her disappear again. So you can see any event from here. If you have any other answer, please write down in the comment section to help other viewers. Alright, you can also say the sequence of this part. So but she cocked her head, and it was only then David realized that she was watching his guitar. So she's looking at his guitar. You can also write that. And she was floating port side of his boat, cool like a regular woman, so she doesn't disappear immediately. She wants to watch him to play his guitar. You can also say that. Alright, let's move on. The writer uses non-standard grammar in the last paragraph. Explain what is non-standard about the grammar and give one example from the text to support your answer. Explanation, example, 10 seconds. So we see from the last paragraph. Alright, let's check out the answer, guys. The writer uses adjective instead of adverbs. Example, watch her good. In here we can see watch her good. So watch her followed by adjective instead of adverb. Good is an adjective. Or if you have any other idea, please write down in the comment section for this number 9. Slow can be also the answer, the example, like the writer used repetition of words and there's no comma between slow and slow. Alright, let's move on. Baptiste is obviously fascinated by the mermaid. Do you think the mermaid feels the same way about Baptiste? Give 2 pieces of evidence from the text to support your answer. Yes or no. First piece of evidence, second piece of evidence. Okay, let's check out the answer, guys. Here we go. If we choose yes, we have to give the correct evidence. First evidence, she purposely went back to look for him. So we see from here, the mermaid showed herself again in the second encounter. And second piece of evidence, she watched him for some times. That it will be in the and watch him for some time. That is in the first evidence, first encounter. The mermaid popped up and watched him for some time. There are many evidence that we can take from here, and the whole passage, like she had risen from the wave, chosen him a humble fisherman, right? Or we can say she was watching his guitar. She's interested in his guitar. Right, let's move on. You may also answer no, and you have to give the correct evidence. If you answer no and you have two evidence, please write in the comment section to help others viewer. Thank you. Now we are in a section B, writing. Here's question 11. You are on holiday when you meet someone you have not seen for a long time. Write an email to your best friend at home describing the meeting. Think about why do you know the person, how you felt that when you saw the person, what happened next. This is space for a plant, and this is the space for your response. There are 2 full pages for response, so tips for writing. For this section is don't write less than half pages, please. At least 1 or 1.5 pages will be good. It should be relevant with the instruction here, and then use good vocabs, well-organized paragraph throughout the text, and also correct grammar, punctuation, and spelling. Alright, so today we have discussed English checkpoint with the code 0861. It's paper 2, April 2023. Non-fiction. Oops, sorry, it's a fiction. Let's erase that. We erase here. It should be a fiction, right? Fiction, lower secondary. Check link in the description. Click this button under the right bottom corner of this video if you open through YouTube, so you can see all other useful links for past paper from stage 3 up to stage 12, and also calculus. This is our YouTube address. Today discussion is conducted by Study with Tuition Online with me, Susan Tutor. We provide for this syllabus and program. Email us if you are interested to join our online tuition. Well, we hope today's discussion will be helpful to you, and if you have any question or comment, please write down in the comment section, and or any request for past paper. Bye bye, and see you in the next video. We hope today's discussion is helpful to you, and God bless you.